So
those dang old Demon Deacons.
that's pretty cool. That's fairly close to home, but no one is as close to home as Corey Heim.
Kennesaw Mountain High School.
Kennesaw Mountain High School.
Oh.
He has now won
That's why he's on there.
2 races in his first 15 races.
Time.
The thing that makes it a miracle, the last time somebody won 2 races in their first 15, when do you think that might have been? And who do you think that might have been?
I'm going to say the Intimidator in 1979.
No.
I'm going to say Richard Petty. Wait, see, that's not the Intimidator.
How about
That's
Awesome Bill?
Nope.
Dickie Gordon.
Nope. Dickie Gordon.
What about Kyle
I call him
Petty?
Dickie Boy.
Yeah. No, it was A.J. Foyt, 1968.
Way on back.
So,
Long time
yeah.
ago.
So, that's
No,
amazing
and-
that it's this year.
And how about, I just like to throw it out there for Kennesaw Mountain High School. So cool that, somebody else is doing something good there. And, now they have more than just everybody in Cincinnati.
That's true.
They got the catcher for the Reds and they got the center for the Bengals. The 2 best players that have ever come out of there
that.
play for the same city, and they
just
get
go
the
right
ball.
to
They get the
Cincy.
ball every freaking play. But now we got a NASCAR driver.
Got a NASCAR driver. Very happy about it. And, of course, Chase Elliott isn't from that far away, Dawsonville. But,
Not at all.
but not quite as close as Kennesaw Mountain. So very happy for our local. Did you ever meet him, Robert?
I did not. I don't believe.
Yeah.
And if I did, I didn't. He wasn't famous, and
I think he
didn't know.
graduated in 17 or
I
something
think
like that.
probably about 20 is what I looked up. I think he's 24, so he probably somewhere right around the COVID kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty cool. So happy to have a local guy doing well. Always happy to talk about Austin, as always. And he also is sending us some autograph stuff for mine and Larry's event at Arioki. So if you want to come bid on some nice sports items, Robert's working on one too. If you want to come bid on some nice sports item, Arioki, August 29th, Strand Theater, 25 singers, and somebody's going to win $1,500 in cash. Palmquist, how come you didn't
Won't
send
be
us
me.
First I'm hearing of it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my poor job of marketing.
We have 4 alternates available.
As we said, well, we got 4. We've got 4 alternate
Stranded
spots.
at the drive-in.
4 spots in that.
Branded a fool.
Sandy has my favorite song from Greece. I love that song. I'll tell you a story about it later. All right, so we'll move on to our commercials and then move on to second block 2. Here it is. I don't know why I need it, but
That's your job.
yeah, there are a lot of places to get the oil changed in the Kennesaw area, but if you're looking for a personal experience, then stop in at Castrol Kennesaw Express Lube or Lost Mountain Express Lube. We'll always do our very best to get you in and out quickly, safely, without a whole lot of fuss. We're a true owner-operated business where you'll find Brian under a car or hood at one of the shops. We offer experienced, knowledgeable technicians and the latest computer software to help you maintain your new car warranty and keep your pride jar running for the next 100,000 miles. We proudly offer
Castrol products. You almost got choked up there. Joshua Smith and his wife Tammy are both graduates of Kennesaw State College. He's been practicing law for 24 years, specializing in sports and entertainment while practicing criminal defense, civil litigation, juvenile, and personal injury. And he's ready to represent you all the way from your small town to the Supreme Court and any appellate court in between. With all the new rules regarding NIL and cash payments to athletes, they're placing a new emphasis on Kennesaw State University student athletics to help our student athletes better navigate some of the bigger issues that have tripped up so many. Give them a call tomorrow at 706-217-2095.
How can Keston read them?
Keston can call at 706-217-2095.
So next time you get in
better get
trouble,
some NIL
Keston, there
money.
you go. All right, so thank you for that. And who was it that went to see Brian Bristow this week? Was it Carrick?
Carrick.
Carrick sent us a picture, and Brian said hey to you. So hey back to you, Brian. Hope everything is well up at Kennesaw Due West.
And not just that, I just like to also throw out that, when Carrick sent that, Garrett jumped on and said, that's the only place I go now. So, hey, friend of the show, sponsor of the show, people come to see you.
Things keep happening. Good things keep happening. All right, second segment. This is our last greatest athlete of the
Unless you stub your toe
World
and I'm bringing it back.
segment for a while. We're going to have 12 left after this. Yeah. So we're at number 88 now, or 11. I guess we'll have 11 left to 99. Yeah.
I think there is a number 100. I'm trying to think. I think there's somebody out there.
Wilt Chamberlain did 100, but that's a different story altogether. Yeah,
It's just on a little piece of paper.
yeah. That won't take long if it is 100.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
No, 99 won't take very long
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
I could see a hockey player having 100 back in the day. If
yeah,
that was
maybe
I think
allowed.
there's
so.
a decent one with 99.
Yeah, there's not a bad one. Yeah. All right.
Pretty good.
Yep. So number 88 jersey is the jersey of the week, and there are a lot on the list this week.
There
that
are.
We haven't had in the past. Let's go over. Tony Gonzalez ended his career as a Falcon, if I remember correctly.
You are correct.
Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer.
Not bad.
Hey, do you know why? Do you know why the Cowboys got Michael Irvin? Well, they couldn't get the fridge because he played for the Bears, so they went out and got the Coke machine.
Oh, you got to like that. You like that. All right. Marvin Harrison, Colt. I think he was only a Colt, wasn't he?
I think so.
Marvin. Marvin, only a Colt, 13 years.
Yep. Sadly, there are two other Cowboys on this
Isn't
list.
it crazy? I made a comment what was it last week? That there was no Cowboys on the list. Now you got
Now they got
three
three on the
Cowboys.
James.
Three of the best people ever, all Cowboys.
Drew Pearson and Dez Bryant. Then hockey-wise, Eric Lindros, Patrick Kane, and David Pasternak. I wonder if there's any kid to miss Pasternak on 2.5 Men.
Or Boris.
From Bullwinkle. Yeah.
No. The famous Russian author.
Oh, Boris Pasternak.
Boris Pasternak.
Yeah. All right. So a wide variety of
Many.
players this week. Tony Gonzalez, Pro Football Hall of Fame. He played 17 seasons for the Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. He finished his career as an all-time leader at his position with 1,325 receptions, 15,000 plus yards, and 111 touchdowns, and finally made the playoffs with the Falcons.
He was an incredible guy, and I love Tony Gonzalez, okay? I'm a homer to begin with. He came to my team and everything else, but Tony Gonzalez is more, to me, a product of the way the NFL is nowadays. You know, the way they just took a center, and they're like, okay, your new position is tight end, and we're just going to put you 7 yards up the field. And, you know, it's not quite the same as watching some other tight ends do the work, but dude did some heavy lifting for
Like
a long
a
time.
Kellen Winslow or somebody. Yeah.
Somebody like a Kellen Winslow. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame wide receiver and foundational leader of the Cowboys.
Foundation. The only foundation.
That's
he was
not my
Cell
word,
Block
so, yeah.
C.
Yeah. Let's see what else it says about him. 1990 Super Bowl dynasty, earning the nickname the Playmaker. I don't ever think I ever remember him being called the Playmaker.
Oh, he's always
Yeah.
been the playmaker,
Said-
or the Coke machine, however you like.
Yeah.
To
The Coke machine I'd heard about, I've never heard. Marvin Harrison, legendary Indianapolis Colts wide receiver and Pro Football Hall of Fame, known for elite route running skills and a record-setting connection.
I think Marvin might be the most underrated wide receiver in NFL history. If you look at his stats,
Yeah.
it's
What-
just stupid.
It-
Yes, it
it-
helps having Peyton Manning.
No, it
Doesn't,
does,
doesn't
but,
suck having Peyton Manning
but
throwing
then,
you a rock.
and you guys are absolutely correct, but I'd like to make the argument that Peyton Manning isn't Peyton Manning if Harrison doesn't run perfect routes every time.
Right.
Yeah, he always knew where he was going to be.
Yeah.
Always going to be there.
And then the little comments about Pearson and Bryant together. The organizations and continues. Damn, I got to put on my glasses.
Trying to read your own
The
writing again.
originators and continuers of the legendary Dallas Cowboys 88 wide receiver standard in a lineage currently carried by its star wideout, C.D. Lamb.
That is correct.
What number was Bob Hayes? Bob Hayes was my guy. I used to love the Cowboys.
He
People
had
may
a
not
weird
know
number.
this.
He didn't have a big number.
I loved the Cowboys back when Tom Landry was the coach, and that little houndstooth hat he always wore. But when they sold to Jones and they fired Landry, I said, I'll never pull for this squad again. And I've held true to my word. I don't draft Cowboys for my fantasy football league. It ain't happening. So I'm not picking any of those dudes.
Well, and I would like to I'm looking up Bob Hayes real quick. I was thinking he was definitely a weird number, 22.
22.
Yeah, I knew he was one of those
That was
weird
Mercury
ones.
Mercury Morris's number 2, wasn't it?
The double deuce.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me just throw two things out here about Dallas Cowboy wide receivers, and I already said one of them last week, but since it's his actual number, we'll give him some props. Dez Bryant, greatest catch I've ever seen in the history of the NFL. It was called not a catch during the game, but it was the playoffs. It was Green Bay. He made a move at the 7, dove. I've never seen a better play in my life. They still said no. I like to give him credit. And what did Drew Pearson do first, Larry? He caught the very first Hail Mary. Roger Dodger closed his eyes.
In the pros.
And Drew, it was never called a Hail Mary. There
When
was
Flutie
no.
threw it to Phelan.
Oh yeah, that's like 1984. The first one's Roger Staubach to Drew Pearson, I believe, in 1978. And last play of the game, what are you going to do? I'm just going to throw a Hail Mary. You know, it didn't even have a name until Roger said that. But Drew Pearson did catch it. So
Long pass.
long pass, and it didn't look that good. I think Pearson actually caught the very first one around like the 6-yard line, so it wasn't even like.
Yeah, and I can't go all the way back in our greatest athlete countdown, but I may have voted for Roger Staubach, but that was way pre-Jones. I can't remember who was 12. Was Staubach 12?
Yeah.
I can't remember who I voted for, but I actually had to give some love to Roger because I loved him.
And I love to bring it up every time we talk about it. You know, if there's a guy from, think about what's the guy for the Arizona Cardinals who died in the
Tillman.
Oh, Tillman. Yeah.
So Tillman wasn't even that good of a football player, and I'm not throwing him under the bus. He's one of the elite players in the NFL, but he went over there and died. Could you imagine what would happen if you had a Heisman Trophy winner skip the NFL and say, I want to go fight for my country like Roger Staubach, and then come back and start winning Super Bowls? Oh, my God. They wouldn't have enough material to print those jerseys. People would I need 4 more Roger jerseys.
I think
people would just love that stuff.
I think I've told this story on here before. I can't remember if it was on air or off story. I don't know if Mike's heard it. But Ed O'Neill plays Al Bundy on Married
Born
Children.
in my same
Yeah.
hospital.
Yeah. He played some pro football, played for the Steelers. But they asked him who the toughest player he ever played against was. And he said Roger Staubach. And it was when Roger Staubach was playing for the Navy team down in Florida somewhere. And he said, I chased him all day, never hit him. And I finally caught up with him out of bounds. And I hit him. And I got 15 yards for it. But I had to hit him just once.
Well, you've been chasing somebody all day. You might as well.
Yeah, you might as well get 15 yards. You're getting your butts kicked.
Probably
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah. So, all right. So, who do we think is the greatest number 88? Do we have a favorite?
I'm going to say Coke Machine, Michael Irvin, just because I think he had some big plays during those 3 Super Bowl years, but also I think him and Jerry Rice, their stats were ahead of their time for receivers, right? In a time where like most teams just wanted to run the ball, especially Jimmy Johnson. He wanted to give Emmitt Smith like 25 carries a game. I just think Michael Irvin, if you take his big moments during their playoff stretches and his stats, I was looking over yesterday, actually weren't. They're much better than I thought.
They're not gaudy though.
Yeah, I would give him slight advantage over Eric Lindros. Actually,
Yeah,
very good hockey player.
Eric Lindros is way up there, definitely.
It makes me sick to do that with a Cowboy, but I think
E's.
Irvin's good.
The Big E is what they called Eric Lindros.
I never called him that.
Somebody did because it's on this sheet I have. Yeah.
Well, and this is my problem. I think out of all these plays, it's kind of like who do you want up with 2 outs in the 9th inning?
Yeah.
Right now I want Jordan Alvarez, the guy for the Astros. I've been saying it for 2 years. He's the best bat in the thing. Who do I want out of all these guys? I want Dez. I want the Coke Machine. I want the Coke Machine lined up. But when you compare his numbers, do you know how many career touchdowns he had?
Irvin?
No. Irvin had half the number of Tony Gonzalez, less than half of the number of Marvin Harrison. So although you can look at him and go, this dude is the playmaker, the stats just weren't there for me. So I am not going to go with a freaking Cowboy.
That's fair.
I'm with you. I'm not going Cowboy. I'm going to go Gonzalez. With Eric Lindros being a close second. But and again, because I'm a homer, I thought he was the go-to guy if you got inside the 10. Look for Gonzalez.
Clearly.
Whether it was in Kansas City or whether it was Matt Ryan or whoever in Atlanta.
And at the end of the day, yeah. Gonzalez was the man. I'm gonna go the opposite way just so we can spread the love. I'm gonna go Marvin. Marvin had 128 receiving touchdowns. double the playmakers, and you still haven't
You said in
gotten.
13 years.
That's the whole thing. 13 years, 128.
He's averaging
touchdowns.
almost 10 a year.
Correct. It's just some dumb stats.
Almost 10 touchdowns.
Almost 10 touchdowns a year.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's good stuff if you can
That's
get
good.
it.
But I think it goes back to what you say. It's like, okay, first and goal, who do you want? Who are you throwing to?
Well, I want
Not Eric Lindros.
Marvin.
Out of the football
I want
players.
Marvin Harrison weeks 1 through
I don't know.
16.
The hockey guys are big. They could post up.
Let Michael Irvin come out. There's 4 minutes left in the NFC Championship game. Okay, line up wide. Line up wide for me, man.
And Marvin Harrison was my go-to guy on my fantasy football league for many years. He was always one of my first picks
Well,
if I could
and-
get
If
Marvin.
you had him, you were probably doing well.
Well,
I
but
didn't suck, yeah.
going back to another stat that I love to look at. Started 16, started 16, started 16, started 16, 15, 16, 15. See, the guy was playing, he was always out on the field.
Yeah.
Guys who don't suit up don't help you all much.
So who else threw to him besides Peyton? Because Peyton wasn't there the whole time Marvin
Yeah,
was quarterback.
Was Luck his quarterback at any point?
I think Andrew Luck was for a little while, yeah.
Oh, towards the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would have been somebody just before Peyton, too, because he came into the league in 96.
Yeah. I
I'll
was
have
always
that
a big
answer when
fan
we
of
come
him.
back out of a brain train.
And who was the running back then?
Edgerrin James.
Edgerrin
Adrian
James, yeah.
Before he got shipped off to Arizona and
God,
did
that
nothing
offense
ever
was
again.
Dallas Clark. Oh, my God. Oh, this was stupid.
Yeah, I was a big Colts fan when Peyton was there. So, yeah. And actually, Adam Meadows, you know who he is?
I recognize that name.
Why does that sound familiar?
He was right guard, a left guard, protected Peyton's back. He's a Georgia Bulldog, sadly to say, but he's also a McEachern Indian. So he was a good friend of my nephew's.
So here's your daily trivia question. Who was the starting quarterback when Marvin Harrison started? Captain Khaki.
Captain Khaki.
No, are
How
you
about
serious?
Jimmy Harbaugh, baby.
that?
Did they go from Harbaugh to
Manning?
Manning? Wow, what an upgrade.
Yeah. Did you hear our trivia question a couple of weeks ago about Harbaugh?
No.
He's got more rushing yards in the NFL than Bo Jackson.
He's got like 5 more.
50, yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He was, or was it 5? I can't remember. It was
Yeah,
one of
it's-
those,
it's real
It was
close. It's
small.
like 5.
Yeah, but so they were asking all the coaches in the NFL which current NFL coach had more rushing yards in the NFL.
And none of them
than
could
both.
name.
And not even. And it was funny. They asked John, and he said, "Man, I can't." He said, "Don't tell me. Don't tell me." And he finally said, "Okay, which division?" And they said West. He said, "Oh, Jim." So he didn't even know his brother's stats, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, Harbaugh, Majowski, and Nagel. Harbaugh. Yeah, Harbaugh was the starting quarterback for 11 games in 1997. Peyton started all 16 in 98. So that was your upgrade. Captain Khaki to the sheriff.
Wow.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. All right. Speaking of not too bad, let's get a Brain Train commercial then.
Hey, it's Melissa at Brain Train Centers, the fastest growing neurofeedback provider in the world, and I have some pretty important
I
questions
just
for
remember
you.
it was real close.
Do you or someone you know struggle with focus and attention, sleep, memory, or other mood
Nope.
issues?
He never
Or
had
maybe you
anybody.
just
He
want to
retired
achieve
while
more
Peyton
in
was still there,
high-pressure
so
situations.
He only had
Well,
Captain
what if I
Khaki,
told you you
Majowski,
can unlock
and
your
Peyton
brain's
Manning.
full potential and
So he
change your
never
life
had luck?
entirely
luck.
through neurofeedback?
No luck.
A drug-free
That
and
in
natural
between year
approach to
between
negative
Peyton
moods,
Manning and luck,
and it's backed by more
Curtis
than 50
Painter,
years of research,
Dan
so it's not
Orlovsky,
new.
and Kerry
It
Collins.
is safe for both
Or
children and
Orlovsky.
adults as you
remember
retrain
the-
the
Right out of the
brain
back of
in
the
new
end.
Yeah,
pathways.
I
Medication may help
anybody
short
run
term,
out
I
the
will
back?
they don't
never
address
not
the
laugh when I
underlying
watch that.
issues.
Right.
Me
Just as push-ups help your physical strength, neurofeedback is personal training for your brain.
was all over
With
here
over
on
20 offices
something the other day on
nationwide,
TV.
like
don't
him,
hesitate
though.
to reach out
Well,
to Brain
Lobster's
Train
a-
Centers,
yeah,
as we
I
will
like-
provide
I
you with
don't
the
like a
highest
lot
level
of
of
people. I
compassionate
like him
care
for what he
and
does.
help you achieve the mental
tend to avoid
clarity,
ESPN more than
performance,
shows now.
and calm you deserve. Your journey to a better quality of life starts with a brain map. Now you can
Once in
retrain
a
your
blue
brain
moon,
and reset your life.
Tony and
So just call or
Mike.
text
Pardon the interruption,
470-291-2778
They're
or
solid.
You know,
visit
sometimes I watch them just to get an idea for the show.
braintraincentersinc.com.
I'll just see if Larry's paying attention. Thank you, Melissa Hargett, for being the sponsor of the Three Guys Who Love Sports. Tonight at 7 o'clock on the Owl Show, we're going to be having a roundtable this weekend, the Blacklot Tailgate group all got together.
Say that again.
Blacklot Tailgate group, and we're all going to be talking about who's coming to Owltown this week or this year, and what kind of food are we going to be serving. So that should be a fun show.
Some blue chicken and some red chicken.
I don't know, but they just walked by with the fajitas. That's a good call, Robert.
Yeah,
It's never bad.
Looks pretty good.
Anytime
except
you
that they're
can
taking them
order
to
the
somebody
thing,
else.
walk around.
All right.
That part's done.
So today is our first dive into college football. We're going to be doing each of the Power Four over the next 4 weeks and talk about where we think we're going with that. I think next week we'll do the ACC, and then the following week we'll either do the best conference in the country or we'll do the SEC. I'm not sure which one.
Man, I tell you. Do you write your own material?
Mike liked it. That's all that matters.
Are you guys talking about the Pac-12 at all? No?
The
Pac-2?
No, that's what
Robert said something about that last week.
I go, we can start with that's right. There's only two of them
The
not in.
the Pac-8, checks his notes, 10, 9. I don't know how many teams we have.
Well, what's funny to me is the Big 12, which we are going to talk about, has 16 teams.
Honestly, I thought it was 18 at this point.
It might be. I might not can count.
I'm gonna pull them back out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 16. But
We'll roll with that.
we'll roll with that for now, unless we talk about a couple others. Before we talk about the actual season, actually, I want to get your take on Brandon Sorsby. What do you think? What happened with all that? Because we had a lot of fun talking about it on the show.
I think it was the wrong move to make him eligible. So I think it's probably good the way it worked out.
Well, but at the end of the day, was there ever anybody except for that original judge who thought it was a good idea?
Right.
Did anybody from
Yeah.
anybody ever come out? There was only one guy like, I think it's okay. You know, and everybody's like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's why they came up with checks and balances.
I mean, they announced ahead of time. It was a Texas Tech alum.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
And
Oh,
I
absolutely.
remember thinking, I'm like,
Had to be.
I remember thinking, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that, but still, he's not going to go. He's not going to give him eligibility. I was going, wow.
But yeah,
He did?
yeah.
Okay. No, I think it worked out well. Who did Texas Tech get to replace him?
They already had somebody on
They
on their
didn't go.
roster.
They didn't go back into the
They
portal.
didn't go back to the portal. I don't think.
No,
think.
well, it's too late. You
Yeah.
can't go back in the
Oh.
portal.
Portal's
Portal's
only
closed.
open last winter, right?
Yeah.
It's only open one time a year now, and it's
Correct.
during bowl season, I
Correct.
think. Yeah.
So as of right now, they've got Stephen Cannon, a freshman from Savannah, Georgia. Kirk Francis from Tulsa. They got a lot of quarterbacks on that. Will Hammond. That name sounds familiar. Like he just transferred from somewhere.
From 4 or 5 other colleges.
That's the whole thing with these guys.
Yeah. Like T.J. Daniels. I think he went and I think he was on a
God.
roster in every conference.
Wasn't like five
different-
years, 5
West
different
Virginia
teams.
and Georgia and
Yeah.
It's crazy.
all over the place. And I forgot West Virginia was in the Big 12 until I was doing the thing, but
And that's who I always blame all the realignment for. They were the first team to join a conference that was nowhere near where they were located.
West Virginia?
It was like, okay, you guys are going to start something. And little did I know, I didn't think UCLA and Oregon and everybody else was going away.
And-
I really didn't see that part coming, but it's
and
still their
Rich
fault.
Rod is back up there now, right?
That
He
is
went from
correct.
Jacksonville State, and rolled on back up there. So we'll see. And even with the Brandon Sorsby debacle, or whatever you want to call it, Texas Tech is still the favorite
Really?
to win the Big 12. And everything that I read,
It's that oil money.
predict 11-1 overall and 8-1 in the conference.
Well, right now, their odds are plus 100. So that means bet 100, get 100, which is not good when you're betting against 15 other teams. So that's
Take the field, in
Yeah,
other words.
exactly. And so second place is the Cougars, which is anywhere from $550 to $650. Bet $100, win $650. When that's second place, that's quite a big gap.
BYU's brought back a lot of players.
They have.
The only game they lost last year was Notre Dame. Right.
No, they lost the conference, right?
Yeah, they lost only regular season game
Okay.
was Notre Dame, and then they lost the conference and didn't make the playoffs. And
That's right.
they should have made the playoffs, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens this year. And Kamani, is that the coach's name out there? It's some Hawaiian
No idea
name.
how to say his last
Yeah,
name.
but
Kamani Mani?
yeah, something like that. Israeli Kamakawiwaole? No, that's not him. He sings.
Kamakawile.
I remember Texas Tech having a really, really good D, but I'm blanking on the guy's name, but he was drafted
Defensive
fourth
end.
or fifth.
Yeah,
Defensive
overall.
end, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if they still have that strong defense. I'll probably go BYU.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, too, well, if I can throw in, I don't know where they're rated, but ASU. They've got a good coach. I know they lost some guys to
That's
the draft.
Kenny
too.
Dillingham, right?
Yeah.
At ASU. Yeah, they did lose some players.
Right now, 25-1.
Arizona State
Arizona State
To
is
win
1,
the
2,
conference?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th.
To win the conference?
To win
Really?
the conference.
Yeah, their prediction is 8-4, 6-3 in the conference. Is what I saw. I've been on the Kansas wagon for a long time, but
Lord have mercy. I think you need to
but the
cash those chips
the,
in.
the wheels have come off. so Lance Leopold, I think he's hanging on for dear life now in Kansas. So
Well, let me say this, as I like to throw you under the bus, because you belong under there quite often, but
sometimes, yeah.
you did step up and say Kansas was going to be good when they hadn't been good in a long time, and you were right 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they hit 500.
Yep.
For
Which
some
for
reason.
them is a
lot of wins.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of work.
Yeah. So, but they are off the chuck wagon, if you want to call it that. We're not.
Did they ask to be taken off of the chuck wagon?
Are they aware?
They're no. Yeah. Just speaking of wagons, I saw a lady in my neighborhood today pulling a wagon. And guess what was in the wagon?
Her dog.
Her dog.
It's always
Why
that way.
in the hell are you pulling the dog around in a wagon?
I'm walking my dog. No, you're walking. Your dog is sitting in a baby stroller.
I said, could that dog come pull me around in the neighborhood for a while? I thought that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. All right, back to football. How about Coach Prime? You know what is Coach Prime's record since he's been in the league?
Coach Prime
He's
is
got a
in
losing
big,
record, doesn't he?
big,
9
big
and
trouble.
18.
9 and 18.
He's 9 and 18 in the league since he's been there
In the conference?
in the conference.
That's bad.
Last year he only won one game, right?
Yeah, but that first year he played some good. They had some good games. Yeah, he's 9 and 18 in the conference according to the stats I looked at.
Where are they rated as far as preseason?
They don't even have them listed.
3 and 9 projected record.
Incomplete.
2 and 7 in the conference. Yeah. So
1 and 8 in the conference. You're not doing a good job of recruiting outside of having a few celebrities out on the sideline.
That momentum's really
And I'll say
falling
this.
off a
I
cliff.
remember, I'm a tech guy, 1990. I'm not a Bieniemy, and everybody gets an extra down.
Whose
and-
wife
and
got shot by their
da.
son this week.
All that good garbage. But that's a proud school. That's a very large school that has really fallen off the map hard in the last 30 years.
that was Kendall Stewart. Was that his name?
No, you're close.
Cordell.
Cordell Stewart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Slash.
good call out.
Yeah.
Slash.
Yeah, he was a Buffalo.
Speaking of Hail Mary,
But yeah,
remember that one to
yeah.
beat Michigan?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful game. But going back, exactly. And they lost so much. They thought we can bring Prime in, we can rekindle this. Even though this team wasn't good before Prime got there, I still think this experiment is almost done.
Yeah.
I do too.
I don't see it after this year.
He,
I don't either.
he could be replacing Mike Norvell at FSU.
Oh Lord, he will never go to another big school.
No, I don't think so.
Ever.
I don't think so.
He'll always be my man. But that's a different story.
Prime.
I think he got some votes for most greatest athlete at number 21. But
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
there are some other teams in here that.
I think I voted for him.
Did you? How about Houston? What's new in Houston?
Houston's one of those weird teams that
Larry, what's new in Houston?
Don't know.
Willie Fritz,
Yeah, no, I know.
your Tulane coach, man.
It doesn't.
how big of a difference
Once
is
they
that going to
leave-
make?
Once they leave Tulane,
You don't care. There you
It's
go.
hard to support them, especially after our latest one went to Florida.
Well, they got Connor Wegman, I think, is their quarterback. He played pretty well last year. He's back. So they're predicted at 10-2 and 7-2 in the conference.
Well, and I don't know, and nobody knows. You can get somebody who writes nothing but Big 12 football, and they don't know. But I look at this conference, unlike every other conference, and I'm like, I don't even see two teams that make me go, wow, clearly those are the two teams you need to be watching out for. Outside of Texas Tech, and I don't even know who they're just spending so much money. I think they're going to be good.
Yeah.
But this conference every year since we started doing this show has had me way off base. I think that very first year, the three teams that finished in the top three were the three teams that were predicted to be at the bottom of the thing. BYU wasn't supposed to win anything. They almost won the conference that year. So
Arizona is another team that could be interesting. Their quarterback, Noah Fafita, I think is his name. He had 73.
I ordered those tonight.
Fafitas?
Yeah.
Chicken fajitas, you got right.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
At Arizona?
He had 73 touchdowns last week, and I'd never heard of him until I did my research today. That's a lot of touchdowns for one season.
Yeah. A lot, yeah. I remember him as must have been his freshman year then. It was 2 years ago with McMillan, the wide receiver for Carolina Panthers now. They were good. I remember him because they were trying to get him up to Washington when Jed Fish bolted Arizona for Washington. So.
Noah Fifita.
Fafita. You can't defeat Fafita. So we'll see what
You
happens.
could.
Well, somebody will. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, last year he averaged 248 yards passing, had 29 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's a very impressive day.
Yeah. Had you ever heard of him?
While watching a game, or
I may have seen him, but I couldn't recall his name when I read it.
Me neither.
And the other team that's getting some love is Oklahoma State. Now that Gundy's gone.
Well, but here's
I read a Gundy.
Here's a team that can literally go nowhere but up. I mean, did they win a game? They did not. They were winless in the conference last year, and I want to say they were winless in the conference the year before. This is a proud team too.
Yeah.
This is kind of like Colorado, where these are teams that have been doing well, especially Oklahoma State above Colorado. But
They brought in a lot of players, just like they pulled the Jerry Mack, and they brought in a lot of players. They're predicted to go 9-3. Which would be a huge increase from what they did last year.
Gundy had some really good years there.
he did.
So, yeah,
Oh no, absolutely,
proud school for
absolutely.
sure.
But you just look.
He's
at
a man. Mike Gundy is a
He's
man.
40. He's 60 now, probably. That was a while ago.
I just look at this conference, and like it's without Oklahoma or Texas. I just look at it, I'm like
The old Southwest Conference,
I don't
right?
know where your power starts and ends. There should be one queen or rook or something where you go, okay, that's something you need to worry about. But this conference it changes every
We
year.
all know that money doesn't buy everything. Look at the
buy me
Mets and
love.
know that. Can't buy me love. Can't buy the Mets.
Everybody tells
a
me so.
conference. But so maybe the money at Texas Tech is not that big a deal. But a lot of people think so. Like I said, even though they lost Sorsby, they're still the odds-on favorite.
And it is a big deal because when was Texas Tech ever good? Jeff, Larry, Mike, Chuck, they've
Keston.
never been good.
No.
And you were told last year they spent $45 million. And you're like, okay, what's that really going to do for you? Well, it made them 12-2 and 8-1 in the conference. So clearly, $45 million. I might not know who all those players are, but clearly it works. So yeah, I think they're penciled in
Yeah.
for a while
Yeah.
because Utah is never going to challenge that amount of money
No.
they're bringing to the table.
No, but Utah is another one. They're predicted at 10-2 and 7-2 in the conference.
Cincinnati is never going to pony up $45 million for their. So,
Right.
so
That's
you
where
know,
Sorsby came from to Texas Tech. Is from Cincinnati.
right.
Yeah, via somebody else. He's been to several schools, but yeah. But I don't know. I'm probably going to go with Seattle boys on this. I'm going to pull a little bit of an upset and go with the Mormons
The
from,
Fighting
from
Mormons.
BYU.
Mormons.
Yeah.
nothing like a fighting Mormon. I mean, they're dressed so impeccably when they knock on your door. It's annoying. I'm going to go with the Red Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to, but Buddy Holly, I love him, and that's about second best thing that come out
It's
of
just-
Lubbock besides Buddy Holly.
The Big 12 ever since Oklahoma and Texas left. It's just hard to get excited about.
And it's
Like
so
you never
chaotic.
really look at the upcoming games on a Saturday and go, okay, where's the
Who-
Big 12 games? I got to
who's
make sure I'm
Texas Tech
watching
playing,
those.
yeah.
Like,
And that's exactly what I mean. Like even when if you're not a Big Ten fan, you still look and you go, "What's Ohio State got?"
Yeah.
There's certain teams to look up. ACC. What's Clemson got going on?
Right.
Florida State rebounded yet? What's Miami looking like? There's always somebody who you need to know. I don't know anybody in this conference that makes you feel that way.
Exactly. Another question I have is we've all made our picks now, so I got one more quick question. Is there a time during the week which is your favorite to watch a football game? I mean, is it a noon game? Is it a 4:30 game on Sunday afternoon? Is it a Sunday night
So,
game, a Monday night game, a Thursday night game?
Mine used to be, and I miss this so much, the 3:30 CBS SEC game.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
The music, I miss the music.
Vern Lundquist.
Vern Lundquist.
Vern Lundquist.
That was my
Vern
favorite. But
Lundquist.
I got to probably either the 12 o'clock games or the 3:30 games still.
Oh, really?
Football, yeah.
Yeah,
favorite.
everybody's talking about on the radio about 12 o'clock's just so boring. They see, nobody wants to watch football that early, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, but I love watching game day." See, if you're watching,
Well,
if 12 too early, why is it 9 o'clock too early?
And I'm not here to start bashing on the Big Ten right now, but a 12 o'clock game is a Big Ten game, and you're getting ready to roll out Minnesota and Ohio State, and you want me to get excited at 12.
Right.
I'm not excited at 12
like
for that.
we went from the SEC game of the week to like, oh, coming up, Illinois Purdue. Thank God.
That is going to be a
I'm
barber.
excited about that if one thing happens. It's snowing to beat the band. I'll watch that
Oh,
game.
anything when there's snow.
Yeah.
We all agree on that one.
Yeah, I love a night game. I think the atmosphere is totally different. And TV, maybe not as much, but being at a night game, I'd rather go to the night game than anything else. I think just the atmosphere is so much more fun.
No argument from me.
All right, we're going to talk some NFC West coming up in just a second. Let's get our Dan Fisher commercial out.
Tired of going to the same old places for the same old thing? American Axis has your solution. Whether you're looking for something new to do before or after the game, the most memorable workouting ever, or just want to take something else off your bucket list, American Axis has their 3.5 Atlanta locations waiting for you in Marietta, downtown at the Works, the new 30,000 square foot location inside Skull Brewing in downtown, or the uber cool new Mobile Axe experience that can be set up wherever you need. Keep an eye out for them at upcoming events and festivals. Look them up online or give them a call, Keston, at 678-763-3635. That's right, Keston, 678-763-3635 to schedule your next adventure.
And we thank you, Dan Fisher and Keston, for being a part of the show today. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
All right.
He's like, oh.
We've got 8 or 9 weeks until the football season starts, or 7 weeks.
Still too many.
But it's getting close.
It is.
But it's getting close. So we're going to start going through the professional divisions, and we started with the NFC West because Mike's a big Seahawks fan.
I'm glad you
Everybody's-
said Seahawks fan. That's not nice just to call him big.
He's a big fan, and he likes the Seahawks.
He's a big guy.
But so all camps are open. Everybody's in camp. And, of course, the big thing today with the Falcons is they pick up Cooper Rush because Tua Tagovailoa has back spasms. Michael Penix isn't cleared to play with 11-11 yet.
Tua's injured?
No, did you hear what happened with that? Is that so the Atlanta Falcons posted on X or a tweet, whatever we call it this week, something about his injury. That Tua had an injury, and it was out there for like 6 minutes. Delete. And so it's like that's how the whole world found out he was hurt. The Falcons did it, and somebody went, "Who did that?" Delete.
The Falcons would like to recall this post.
Yeah, we are going to retract what we said. Our players are all fine. Good Lord.
Yeah, I think Stefanski said it at 8 o'clock press conference this morning, but that's brutal. Of course, now we got Cooper Rush, who wasn't a bad quarterback. He played for the Cowboys for a couple of years.
He's a run first kind of guy. You know, he's done
But in training camp,
admirably.
until both of the guys are solid. And Michael Penix said today it may be 4 weeks before he's cleared to play.
Well, you know, Matty Ice is in the building, so, maybe he's our fourth string.
And it's funny because everybody's complaining about, Daniel Jones is back, and he got hurt before Penix, and Patrick Holmes is back, and he got hurt before Penix. I said, you know what? Everybody heals differently.
They do.
You can't say
Penix also is I think it was his fifth season.
Third.
His 19th replacement of a joint in his body. So, yes.
so. Everybody takes a little bit longer. It's not an individual. A group thing.
And I know we're not going to talk about it anymore, but how about Mahomes is back? I'm blown away that
That was fast.
When we were talking about predictions for the year, it was like, maybe if Mahomes is back by week 6 or week 7, maybe this.
Yeah.
He's back.
That injury was post Thanksgiving. That's wild that he's going to be
It
ready
just
for
seems
week
crazy that he's ready for
Yeah.
summer workout.
Just some people Work out harder and heal faster. That's all it is.
I guess.
All right. So the NFC West, we're the world champion. I guess it's a Super Bowl champion. Is not really what
All the above. All the above.
I don't
Super
know
Bowl
what to do with
champion.
myself. It's been such a stress-free offseason.
Yeah.
Tell me about your off season.
I wake up every morning and go, wait, why am I not anxious about the Seahawks? Oh, that's right. We're the defending champs.
So how many
Being a
years
smart ass.
till they
obviously,
win
but,
again? Would it have to? When will you start stressing again, Mike?
week one.
Seahawks
For sure.
need to
Week
win.
one for sure. Yeah.
Seahawks need to win this year.
No, as soon as they kick off against New England, week one, the nerves will come back.
Is that who played the first week?
Yeah.
Now they're predicted. I saw as low as third in the division.
Yeah. I mean, last year, a lot of things went their way. Like sometimes, I think back to that Rams home game, where
Great game.
that 2-point conversion where Charbonnet just heads up
Bounced,
play.
yes.
Yeah. Huge.
Charbonnet's
But also
hurt, isn't
too,
he?
what's that?
He's hurt, isn't he?
He is hurt.
Yeah.
But another thing too that with that team last year was that when the Super Bowl came, I think Charbonnet was the only starter that was out with an injury. I mean, it just goes to
They were a
show you
healthy
if
team.
you're healthy throughout the year and you've got your guys and you actually have a good team and a good coach, like, yeah. So I don't anticipate that happening again.
It's so difficult to have an offensive line that shows up every week.
Right.
And when you have one and you win the Super Bowl, we're probably going to have a hard time replicating that.
Yeah. So I think they'll be good, but God, I mean that division year in and year out is so tough.
Losing Kenneth Walker, I've never been super Kenneth Walker guy. Man, did he strike while the iron was hot and get his money and everything else. But you look at what they've added. Is Jadarian Price and Emmanuel Wilson going to take that spot? That's a lot of work to.
That is.
Did
yeah.
Walker? He went to Kansas City, didn't he?
He did.
Is that where he went?
and that is honestly, I believe, the best running back he's ever had.
Yeah.
Mahomes? Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a lot of trophies without a good one. It's kind of scary that he's got a good one.
But I think Kubiak going to the Raiders might hurt a little too because he seemed to just whatever he did, he put Sam Darnold in a really good headspace all year.
That's who I really wanted to come to
So it's
Atlanta.
like- yeah.
I really wanted Kubiak here.
I think it's so difficult to replicate anything just because you dominate in Indianapolis. The idea that I can grab Larry and move him to Cleveland and he's not going to be an idiot who everybody goes, why would you do that? Well, because he did so good. It's so tough at this level.
Yeah. So Seahawks looking good. I think on this thing they're projected second. I saw them as low as third, but the Rams are the number one favorite overall in the NFL.
In the NFL.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean,
not to mention, there's one guy contemplating coming out of
Aaron Donald.
retirement.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
To play with Myles Garrett. Those two guys on the defensive line are going to
I
be
can't
tough to
lie.
beat.
Obviously, a rival to the Seahawks, but I would love to see Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald,
I mean,
Donald team
how,
up.
how fun would it be to watch those two do a stunt?
Yeah,
Yeah. Woo!
yeah.
That's fun. That could be fun.
You would have to double team both of them, and then the center would have to block the other two people rushing.
But, also going back to what you were just talking about, how healthy you were last year, even though the Rams are clearly the best team on a piece of paper, there's so much health involved. You've got an old quarterback in Matthew Stafford, very capable, but, anytime you got an old guy, okay, what happens if you're not there? Okay, well, it drops considerably. So.
Yeah.
That makes me feel very old when you say Matthew Stafford's old. But I do remember when he was at Georgia. Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. Of course, there are a couple of other teams in the division. San Francisco 49ers and IU. It doesn't seem he's ever going to play for the 49ers.
No,
again.
I think they're just trying to find a trade partner instead
Yeah.
of cutting him because it's still like
But-
a lot of money if they cut him.
And I know he's old, but getting Mike Evans kind of takes care of the whole Ayuk. Yes, you lost Jawan Jennings, but and I've never been Christian Kirk guy, but he's capable. So
Yeah.
if McCaffrey's healthy and Evans is on one side and Kittle's doing something, Kirk could be very functional as
Yeah.
your fourth or fifth best person.
I think a wild card in the division is you might need to fact check this, but the last 2 years, I know last year for sure he was injured, but if Brock Purdy could put together a full season, because since he signed his contract, I don't think he's played all 16 or 17 games.
I agree.
That guy was on fire at the end of the year. Well, until he met the Seahawks, excuse me. But
but whoever was filling in for him played really well while
Yeah,
he was out too, because
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, that's right.
Nobody saw that one coming. And all of a sudden, it was like, okay, well, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
he's doing a decent
But, I mean,
job.
that's such a tough division.
And of course, at the bottom of the rung, we have
Carson Beck,
we have Carson Beck.
That would be-
the Carson
They
Beck
just
led
paid.
Cardinals.
Who's the quarterback there? They just paid him some more money.
Carson Beck, Gardner Get Minshew.
No,
Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
They just gave him more money because he's right now he's the starter, right?
Well, but they've got Minshew and Beck, so
Yeah.
not for long. Because Brissett and Minshew, man, Shamil Shamazel, that's
Right.
pretty close. And clearly,
They still got Connor running the ball. James Conner.
No, Jeremiah Love.
Jeremiah Love. That's right from Notre Dame. Yeah.
Nice upgrade.
Yeah.
Well,
they brought in somebody else too. Oh, the guy from Atlanta.
Algier. Yeah.
Tyler Algier.
correct.
So they got Algier and Love.
So they got
Yeah.
Beck and Minshew as the signal callers, Algier and Love, and then they went out and they got Kendrick Bourne, which was the guy who was catching all Mac Jones balls when.
I didn't realize they got him.
And
Ayuk was all of them.
but either way, for me, Love is the key to this team, and because you drafted him so high, I think. If it was me, I'd stick Carson Beck out there early. You've got possibly one of the best running backs. Do this, learn how to play action, because there's nothing that Minshew is going to do for you. Wow, this looks like this. It's not gonna. Jacoby Brissett. No, that's not the answer either.
Well, let's go ahead and rank the NFC West in terms. Let's start at the bottom.
Cardinals.
Cardinals. Even I think they'll be improved.
I'm kind of flipping my coin here, but I'll go Cardinals too.
Man, I know who you're flipping your coin with, but I'm surprised that they're all the way down there at Cardinals. Do you think the Cardinals are going to be that much better, or do you think your third place team is going to be that much worse?
I think the third place team is going to be that much worse, and that's the 49ers. Yeah, they just seem like a train wreck. They can't get their act together. Of course, they got a lot more rings than the Falcons do, but there just seems to be some organizational issues out there.
Hey, do you got
The
a
coach,
shiv? Would
the
you like
coach
to?
is driving.
Would you like to hit me with that shiv in the ribs? I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking about. Why do we need to talk about my Falcons like that?
Yeah, I'll say Niners too. I mean, I obviously just said it'll be interesting to see Purdy if he puts together a full year, but I think that window's closed on that defense.
Yeah.
That defense has been getting a little older. That used to be-
Fred Walker's
when-
still a great linebacker. Yeah.
When Shanahan first went out there, that was a wrecking ball of a defense, and they have definitely lost it. I'll go Niners as well. Although, I think all of us agree, if McCaffrey runs for 1,800 yards, this team's winning the division. So it's all
And
relative
again-
at some point.
He's one of those oft injury prone
You never
running
know.
backs
You
too.
never
Yeah.
know. You
So-
just never know with him.
All right, second place. Sorry, Mikey. I'm going to go to Seahawks.
I hate to do it. I think the Rams are that good. I'm going to say Seahawks.
It is. And once again, this is only on paper, but, as I would like to say if I was in your situation, you're still the defending champ until
Right.
you lose. So,
Right.
who can, if you can ever get a free motivation off of your wall, hey, we're the defending champs, and they still say we stink.
Yeah.
If Donald and Garrett are on defense, the Rams may not have to score more than 10 points to win a football game. Yeah.
They're so good. I think their weakest spot is their backup running back, and they got Corum for
Blake Corum from Michigan.
And out of all the different things that I look at, I'm just like, God, if they had somebody, was it Kareem Hunt? If Kareem Hunt was sitting on that Rams bench, you'd be
just
like,
a bulldozer.
I like that as your backup, but
Yeah.
Blake's just not very big, so I'm a little worried about that. But they are such a good-looking team.
So you're with us, Robert. Seattle in second.
100%.
I can't believe we all four, or all three went
know,
the same
In
order.
all
Yeah.
but this, I think this division is set up that way.
Yep, I do too. Well, we'll determine over the next few days which group we'll do next. Probably be the AFC West, since we'll just do both West teams and move back and forth.
We'll just do some West.
Yep. All right. So, Mikey,
So
for
that'll be it. being
being on the show today, we want to award you with. We already given you your little koozie, but a friend of the show.
Ooh.
Three Guys Who Love Sports mug.
Love it. Thank you.
We appreciate you coming
It's
on.
good. It's
And
good
you
to
can-
get an appearance. He was starting to stretch that lead.
Joey
a little.
back. You
That
know,
was one of my favorite text messages I've ever sent you last week.
he's going to be in the fantasy football league.
Oh, that's right. He did tell me that. So
Yeah.
I mean, what are we
So
penciling
you
him
can
in for
bring this
last?
back with $100.
No,
in
we're
it
going to have
on
him sitting
August
right
20th.
next to you, and he's going to be, well, hey, what do you got on this one? What are you thinking?
Well, we appreciate you coming on, Mikey.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
It
Thank
was
you
a
guys.
great show. Look forward to seeing everybody. Don't forget, 7 o'clock, we're talking about the KSU Blacklight Tailgate Party. It's going to be a fun show. Look forward to seeing everybody there.
Crazy people down there.
Until then, guys, know your numbers, cover your ass, get your prostate checked. See you next week right here on Three Guys Who Love Sports.
Just goes to show his different hats. Just that one time.
He's hadn't taken the Knicks shirt off since the Knicks.
Yeah, it's right through there. I was like, yeah, probably. I mean, if you can promise you can jump over the cords.
Don't do it.
Risky. Risky.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if I.
Yep. Hey, oh.